This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, good evening, everyone. We are here for the regular council meeting of June 22nd. We will go through quick introductions and we'll jump right into it. We have myself, Chris Ewan, and then at council, I'm coming from a different location. I'm online, but the rest of council's in the council chambers. We have Councillor Janine Boulanger.
Good evening, everybody.
Councillor Ron Mamchuk.
Good evening.
Councillor Curtis Clayton.
Good evening, everyone.
Councillor Shane Pelletier.
Howdy.
Our CEO, Mitch Duval.
Good evening, everybody.
And I believe our assistant CEO is there as well, Dominic Lemoine. I think that's everyone from council and administration. So without further ado, we will get the ball started. And then as we get to public hearings, I'll explain how the process will work. Today's a little bit different because I'm hybrid online and the rest of council's in chambers. We're just going to do voting by raising their hand, and our CAO will be reading out what the count is in favor or against. Having said that, we will go to item number 1, meeting called to order. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Blanchard.
Thank you. Any comments or questions? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Carried 5-0.
Thank you. I'll open the meeting at 7:01 p.m. Item 2, adoption of the agenda. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Clayton.
Thank you. Any changes or edits to the agenda? Council's okay with going as is? It seems like a fairly light agenda. Nothing needs to be changed drastically.
All good.
I'm here. Yeah.
Thank you. I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
That is carried 5-0.
Thank you. Item number 3, adoption of the minutes. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Blanchard.
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second by Mamchuk. Thank you.
Last regular council meeting was held June 7th, whereby council received the presentation regarding the council indemnities for the years 2023 to 2026. That bylaw got first reading. Second and third bylaw will be on the table for tonight, as well as there was a development agreement signed with Shinko Properties regarding the Grand 3 development going on in Grant Point, as well as a conditional use 17-2021 has received an extension from council regarding this project.
Thank you. Sorry, guys, I'm having a little bit of a hard time hearing, but I think I got the gist of it. At council, do you have any edits or comments to make on the agenda? Minutes, sorry.
None here.
Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
That is carried 5-0.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. If you weren't so mousy, this wouldn't be an issue. Moving on to 4.1, accounts paid to be approved. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Clayton.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Blanchard.
Thank you.
On the accounts to be paid, 2 batches, 16073 for a total of $95,854, and a small batch, number 16084, total $71. The $95,000 batch, the assistant CEO provided council with a breakdown of the invoices that were over the $10,000 mark. Just a note for council, as we continue with disaster financial assistance claims, what we'll do is we'll try to produce a little report as we go further on in the process, just to keep council up to date with those expenses.
Thank you. I'll open it for council discussion. Council, do you have any comments or questions for the CEO?
None here.
No.
None here.
Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
That is carried 5-0.
Thank you. Item 4.2, accounts not paid to be approved. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you.
Again, a couple batches, 16094, total of 68,811, mostly VFA related, as well as batch 16099 in the amount of 315,000 plus. Again, the assistant CEO provided a financial overview of items over $10,000 for council.
Thank you. I'll open it for council questions. Any comments or questions from council?
Just a comment about the summary. Glad to see it back in play. It's very clear, concise. So we'll pass that on to Peter, our CFO.
I second the motion.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
Carried 5-0.
Thank you. Just a quick break here, Mr. CEO. I just noticed that Taylor Young was made the presenter. It says on GoToMeetings. I don't know if that was an accident or someone clicked something or that's changed, but I just got a message saying she's been made the presenter for the meeting.
Who has? Sorry, I missed the first name.
Taylor Young. Yeah, it just popped up on my screen, just so you know, for Dominic, in case something happened there, it just says that.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you. 4.3 payroll to be approved. Do I have a mover?
Councilor Blanchet.
Thank you. Second.
Councilor Clayton.
Thank you.
2 payrolls to present to council for adoption, and of which none Taylor is on. I don't know who that is. So, first payroll, payroll 11. Quite a bit of overtime on the rec side of things, just preparing for summer camp projects and whatnot. And a lot of public works overtime assumption being made for flood-related matters, as well as payroll 12. There's a little bit of overtime on both sides, both administration and public works, but nothing to be too alarmed with at this time.
Thank you. I'll open it for council comments. Do you have any questions, council?
These overtime are part of DFA?
Correct.
Excellent.
Okay. Anything else?
Not here.
I'll call for the question. All those in favor?
That is carried 5-0. Just a quick comment to council. We have received the tax statements for 2022. Staff are in preparations to getting those mailed out as soon as possible. We are waiting for further mail-outs from the province. They gave us only 2,000 when they should have given us 4,000 inserts to be done. So once that's done, we'll get them all out the door. We're about 80% done right now. So it's just as info.
Thank you, Mr. CEO. Okay, we'll go to public hearings now. So just a quick understanding how the public hearings work. So I will go into a public hearing and then I will open it up and I'll ask the public if they have anything to say in favor or to speak in favor, and then online or in person or on the phone. And then I will go to anyone wishing to speak against, online, in person, and on the phone. And then I will give it, I'll ask a couple more times, and then we will close the hearing. So when you do want to speak in favor or against, at that time, just say your name. If you can turn on your camera, great. If you don't have the ability, that's not the end of the world. We will start now with item 5.1.1 V12 2022 Schinkel Properties, proposed lot 5, the Grand 3.
The proposal is to vary the proposed lot 5 of deposit 0135-2022 from 200 feet to 164.5 feet as a condition of subdivision 4165-21-8065. Notices were sent out to surrounding properties within 100 meters, as well as other various places posted on site and on our municipal website as well.
Thank you for fading off there at the end, Mr. CEO. Barely heard it, but I got the gist of it. I will open the public hearing at 7:09 p.m. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor in person?
No, sir.
Is there anyone? Thank you. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor on the phone or online?
I am. It's Alan Klippenstein from Schinkel Properties.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty typical of cul-de-sacs requiring a variance in the front yard. I think we're all familiar with this subdivision. So there's nothing really new that I have to add here. I just wanted to be available for questions if they came up.
Thank you. Council, do you have any questions for Mr. Klippenstein?
Not here.
No?
Not here. Not here.
Okay, thank you. Kate, thank you, Alan. I appreciate that. Is there anyone else online wishing to speak in favor? Anything received in favor?
Nothing received.
Is there anyone in person wishing to speak against?
Nobody against.
Is there anyone online or on the phone wishing to speak against? No. Anything received against?
Nothing received against.
Thank you. I will give it one final call. If anyone wishing to speak against or in favor, online, on the phone, or in person, or make any general comment or have any questions, speak now. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing at 7:11 p.m. Do I have a mover?
Counselor Blanche?
Thank you. Second. Thank you, Councillor Mamchuk.
Therefore, be resolved, variation application V12-2022 is approved with no conditions.
Thank you. I will open up for council debate. Council, any discussion on this?
I just have might be a dumb question, just the whole proposal here. It says where the applicant calls for property described as lot 6 and lot 7, and then it says proposed lot 5. So can you explain why lot 6 and lot 7 were part of that sentence?
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll get Tanya to clear that up.
Okay.
I think it'll be on the bigger.
Yeah, but it's lot 6, like, yeah, but, okay.
Because the intent is just to bury that
Lot,
one.
exactly,
So
yeah.
where 6 and 7 came from,
Did you need clarification from Mr. Klippenstein?
No, I think I just figured it out looking at the thing here. Special plan 1963, that just gives me a quick indication that it's an older plan. So it might, lot 5 might be part of that plan overall.
That makes sense.
So then,
Perfect, thank you.
yeah,
Okay.
and that'd be in
Thank-
1940 or something like that.
1940, yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
thank
Any other questions from council?
No.
No. Okay. I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried 5-0. I saw it. Your eyes were down there. You were working hard there, Mr. CEO. That's okay. Item 5.1.2 V13 2022 Wallace 160 Blanick Drive.
The variation is to vary the height of an accessory building from 17 feet to 24 feet for the purpose of building a detached garage. Notices were sent to surrounding properties as well as posted on-site, municipal window and municipal website as well.
Thank you. I'll open the public hearing at 7:13 p.m. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor in person?
I'm here representing we're the builder.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so, I'm just here to answer any questions if there is any.
Okay,
Your name, sir?
thank you.
Don Corbin.
Thank you.
Thank you. Council, do you have any comments or questions for the delegates? Sorry, I didn't catch the name.
Don.
Thank you for Don.
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
I was reading the developer's guidelines, and it says that every house must have a garage attached, minimum square feet up to whatever, but it doesn't say anything about detached garages. It does talk about garden sheds and stuff like that.
Right.
But it also says that all plans and elevations and everything have to be submitted to the developer for approval.
Okay.
So I'm wondering if this falls into that, and if you've done that step, and if they're aware of it, that's all.
So as far as the developer goes,
Yeah.
that I'm not 100% clear on, but I believe that was presented, and, that there wasn't an issue
Okay.
as far as making this application, so.
It's just we've had a couple, or one item before where it shouldn't have even come here because the developer should have taken care of it. So I just want to know if this is part of the grant, and they've got some pretty strict guidelines, so I just want to make sure that it's
Right.
all under their.
Yeah, when the owner purchased the property, I know that was a discussion that they had, that his intention was to build.
So maybe it's already prior approval.
Yes.
And I'll let Mr. Corda off the hot seat right now. We did check with the developer.
Okay.
We have email confirmation that they're aware of the project, of the construction, and they have no objections, just for the matter of, in case they did have
Right.
certain guideline provisions.
Excellent. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything else from council?
Not
No?
here.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate it, Don. Thank you for your time. Is there anyone else in person wishing to speak in favor? No? Okay. Sorry. Anyone online or on the phone wishing to speak in favor? Anything received in favor?
Nothing received.
Anyone in person wishing to speak against?
Nobody present?
Anyone online or on the phone wishing to speak against? Anything received against?
Nothing received against.
Thank you. I'll give it one final call. Anyone wishing to speak in favor or against, or make any general comments or have questions online, in person, or on the phone? Last call. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing at 7:17 p.m. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Clayton.
Thank you. Second. Thank you.
Therefore be resolved that variation application V13-2022 to vary the allowed maximum height of an accessory building from 17 feet to 24 feet as defined in the RM of Recharge zoning bylaw 9-2019 as amended is approved, subject to the following conditions. The accessory building must be for personal use only. 2, the maximum size of all accessory buildings must not exceed 2,400 square feet. And 3, the applicant must obtain a building permit for the accessory building from the RM of Recharge office.
Thank you. I'll open up for council debate. Anything to add from any councillor?
I just want to make it clear that 17 feet to the median roof height. Is that correct? Not to the peak?
Yes.
Okay.
And the 24 will be likewise to the median.
I meant 24, sorry, yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Anything else? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Moving on to, where am I here? 5.2.1 C10 2022-726-2214 Manitoba LTD, parentheses SCMI 671 Discovery Drive.
The proposal is to allow a general contractor service in the commercial general CG zone. Again, notifications have been sent to surrounding properties as well as on-site municipal window, municipal website.
Thank you. I will open the public hearing at 7:19 p.m. Is there anyone wishing to speak in favor in person?
Yes.
Thank you.
Clarence with Southern Government Mechanical. I'm just here to answer any questions that you might have. In general, we're looking to relocate from Niverville, relocate our shop or our warehouse and our office to this lot in Grand Point.
And your name? Sorry, did I miss that? Did you get that?
Clarence Jonker, Jonker.
Thank you. Any questions from council?
I have a question.
Sure.
Just, traffic, I guess it's just a regular 9-to-5 type of business?
Yeah, so there's some office staff that trickles in at 7, the owner's dispatch service manager, so maybe 5 to 7 staff at 7. Most staff arrive at 8, the office closes at 4:30, some staff trickle out at 5, never open Saturdays, never open Sundays.
Okay.
We're certainly happy to see you in our municipality. Why the move from Niverville to Michel?
Just growth of our company. Most of our work is in Winnipeg. 90 to 95% of it is located, within the city limits. And so it's just a logical move. We're outgrowing our compound in Niverville. No room to expand there.
Gotcha. All right. Yeah.
Sad to leave Niverville, but happy with the new location.
There you go.
Well, we're happy to have you, so don't let anyone fool you.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rashad.
Yeah.
Quick question. There's the developer has some stipulations on any of those lots that hit that back onto the residential there.
Correct.
You got those all?
We do. Yeah, one of the main ones is no south-facing windows on the second level.
Yeah.
I'm aware of that. Okay, thanks.
Perfect. I think that's everything from council. Yep. Okay. I appreciate the time. Thank you very much. Is there anyone else in person wishing to speak in favor? Anyone online? Anyone online or on the phone wishing to speak in favor? Anything received in favor?
Nothing received?
Thank you. Is there anyone in person wishing to speak against?
Nobody?
Anyone online or on the phone wishing to speak against? Anything received against?
Nothing received?
Okay, one last call. Anyone wishing to make any general comments, speak in favor or against? Online, on the phone, or in person? Last call. Seeing none, I'll close the public hearing at 7:22 p.m. Do I have a mover?
Councilor Belcher?
Thank you. Second. Thank you.
Therefore, be resolved that conditional use application C10-2022 is approved, subject to the following addition. That this use shall not be noxious, offensive, or hazardous by reason of emissions or production of odor, dust, refuge matter, waste, vapor, gas, smoke, vibration, or noise, and shall not create a nuisance beyond the property sideline. 2, the storage of hazardous liquids, materials, or substances shall be in approved containers. 3, that the applicant shall comply with municipal noise bylaw 14-2003. 4, that the hours of operation shall be limited between 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. 5, if yard lighting is to be used, the applicant shall ensure that lighting levels do not cause any disruption or nuisance to neighboring affected areas or roadways. 6, the applicant shall maintain an area for proper drainage so not to affect adjacent properties. 7, items stored outside shall be kept in a tidy manner so not to create any unsightly appearances. 8, that the applicant shall ensure that all proposed construction conforms to Manitoba building codes, fire codes, health standards, labor laws, and any other municipal and or provincial permits and approvals as may be required. 9, that the applicant shall comply with littering bylaw 5-2011. 10, any signage shall comply with the municipal zoning bylaw 9/2019 part 11. And 11, the applicant shall provide a signed confirmation letter accepting the terms of the offer of the order. There may be site audits conducted to ensure compliance, and any non-compliance issues may be caused to revoke the conditional use at any time.
Thank
Pretty
you.
much standard stuff.
Sorry.
Pretty much standard stuff.
Thank you. Okay, I'll open up for council discussion. Council, anything to add?
No,
Not
again,
here, yeah.
looking forward to another great business. Congrats.
Yeah, I agree. I welcome the opportunity that Richard has available for businesses that have been in the area, available to grow and continue. Even if it's outside of Niverville, it's still close, and we all gain from something. So I appreciate that and look forward to having you. I will call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. 5-0. Thank you. 7.1 Bylaw 9/2022 Mitigation and Preparedness Program Reserve Fund. First reading.
Can I get a mover, Mr. Mayor?
Sorry, a mover.
Councilor Mamchuk?
Thank you. Second by Councillor Clayton.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, purpose of this reserve is it's going to be a specific reserve for the purpose of flood mitigation and preparedness. It is a program that was announced by the province a couple of years ago, and we can talk about it more a little bit later on because we're going to deal with the agreement for 2020 and later on the agenda. But this is all tied together. So this is the first step, is to create the reserve for the program.
Thank you. I'll open up for council discussion. Council, anything to add? Debate?
Do we have any dollar amounts yet for the reserve, or that's still in the works?
First sum will likely be around the $54,000 mark.
Okay.
Which would represent the deductible for our 2020 flood event of the spring as such. So that money would come back to the municipality and be put into that reserve for future use.
Perfect. Anything else to add from council? No? Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. 7.2 Bylaw 9 2022 Mitigation Preparedness Program Reserve Fund. Sorry. 7.2 Bylaw 8 2022 Council Indemnities for 23-26. Second reading. Do I have a mover?
Councilor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second.
Councilor.
Thank you.
Following up a presentation done by community member Ron Rochon, council has received the summary and report from that committee. Gave first reading at the previous council meeting, so this will be second and third meeting for tonight.
Thank you. I'll open up for council discussion. Council, did you have anything to add or discuss? No, we debated it pretty much in the first reading. Okay, I will call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Item 7.3, Bylaw 8, 2022, Council Indemnities for 23-26, third reading. Do I have a mover? Thank you, Councilor. Councilor Clayton, second by Councilor Mamchuk.
Same as the second reading.
Thank you. Council, final comments or thoughts on this? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. Thank you. Moving on to item 8.1.1, 4165-22-8140, Chernobyl-1 Lot Farmstead in Rich Ott. Do I have a mover?
Councilor Mamchuk.
Thank you. Second.
Councilor Blanchet.
Thank you.
As informed at the last planning meeting, this is regarding a subdivision to vary the frontage, I believe, width of the ag lot from 600 to 396. In the process, creating also a new lot. After further review with planning and council, I have no issues with the variation. No variation, the subdivision proposed.
Thank you. I'll open up for council discussion. Council, do you have anything to add or debate?
Not here.
They're pretty straightforward, this one.
Yeah. All good.
Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried. 8.2.1 Mid-Canada GFL disbursement of funds. Do I have a mover?
Councilor Pelletier.
Thank you. Second. I missed that last one, sorry.
Councilor Mamchuk. Sorry.
Thank you.
As discussed at our last environmental meeting, there is a cash sweep with the corporation to be dispersed. That total is just shy over 3.6 million, based on our agreements of 63% and 37%, minus the WERS receivable that we need to pay back to GFL. Our net transfer would be in the sum of 2.2 million, and GFL would be 1.3-ish million. So recommendation to move ahead with that and move those funds over to the general reserve for the time being.
Thank you. I will open up for council discussion. Any comments from council?
So basically, the 2.2 million will be transferred directly to our general reserves. There won't be anything held back from on GFL side, or
the share of the original balance available was 2.3, but we owed them the 85 for the wars, so our net would be 2.2.
okay. But we're receiving all of that.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Perfect. Anything else from council?
No.
Nope. I'll call for the question. All those in favor? Thank you. That's carried. 8.2.2 MPP contribution agreement. Do I have a mover? Thank you. Second. Sorry, I had Councillor Clayton for move that.
Okay, Councilor Blondin, second.
Okay, as we started discussing earlier, this is the mitigation and preparedness program initiated by the province of Manitoba. This is to be able to collect the deductible from our 2020 program, the amount of $54,000. This program is quite unique and special, I would say. It's a very good move from the province to have initiated this. I think we could do a lot of work in Reach-Out with that kind of dollars. The dollars could be compounded, so if we have another event, i.e. 2022, we could use that sum as well and throw it into the specific reserve. We just have to pass a resolution at the next meeting in order to do so. And then we could bank that money so we would have 108 or whatever to move towards a project. We would have 5 years to be able to look at what we would like to do with those funds. If we do have a project that may take a little bit longer, we would ask the province to extend that 5-year limit. I don't see a problem with them granting that extension. The only criteria is that it has to meet the provincial guidelines, and those are kind of indicated in the agreement as well. So
like flood related, right?
Flood related, yeah. They can't just go into CO administration or anything like that.
So that number, 54,000, that's a definite number, or it could increase over the years?
That will likely increase over the years as your population increases. If they don't change their per capita funding as well, they might change the formula on this as well, but those dollars would vary pending the formula.
Okay, thank you.
And my understanding, we talked about this a little bit earlier, but this funding can't be put towards anything right now that has sort of provincial jurisdiction. Well, like say temporary diking would be under the province, so we couldn't allocate this funding towards that.
Correct. Anything that we could redirect towards the province or provincial way?
Yeah.
All for it.
Okay.
It's just a matter of talking to the right people and getting it done, right?
Okay.
These funds are meant for municipal
Right.
projects.
Okay.
So if there's extra pumps or generators or engineer studies, sinkholes, whatever the case, anything that would prevent flooding or assist in flooding mitigations in the future, that is what it's meant for.
Yeah. Okay.
Like dike upgrade, like I'm saying,
Those are provincial dikes, so that would not.
So that would not do that, okay.
No, the municipal projects,
Just municipal, okay.
municipal roads, if ever we get to that
Just
point.
municipal,
Municipal.
okay, thank you.
Thank you. Understand. Council's good.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? That's carried 5-0. Moving on to item 11, adjournment. Do I have a mover?
Councillor Mamchuk.
Councillor Mamchuk moves. Second.
Councillor Pelletier.
Thank you, Councillor Pelletier. Any final comments, reasons to keep this meeting going? Seeing none, I'll call for the question. All those in favor? It's carried. I'll close the meeting at 7:34 p.m. Thank you, everyone, for attending. I appreciate that. Dominic, please stop recording.